In this training video, we will now learn how to model the CAD using a loft feature. So we could not model this one using the typical revolve or extrude command, which is because it has a different surface, outer surface. This is not the common extrude or revolve features, so it will be very hard for us to do it on extrude, or it will make us work more or do some commands just to make create this profile rather than using the loft command. Okay, so to start, so we have to be familiar that using a loft, we will be using at least two different sketches or faces, and optionally a guide curves to more accurately define the shape. A guide curve is the one that is protruding in this side, while the sketches are in this areas. Okay, so make sure we have to open a new part and create three auxiliary planes. So all of these are in distance of 2.5 inches. So let's open SolidWorks. But first is seeing the front plane. What plane are we gonna use is top plane. So we have to create a reference plane, another reference plane. So we have opened the reference command. So using top plane, so we have to project or create 2.5 and make it 3, 3 planes. So, okay. So we have to show top plane just to make it the point that we have 4 planes to do. Okay. So next is we already show top plane. So on the first plane, which is the top plane, you have to sketch this. So we have to make a rectangle and create a fillet. So it is 3.5 by 2 and the fillet is zero point 0.5. So normal 2. Then I normally start on that, make it normal to the plane, sketch, then center rectangle, and smart dimensions. So make sure you are in IPS, 3.5 by 2, then fillet is zero point 0.5. So all corners, so I have to make it shortcut. I will just highlight this one, and I have this fillet. So let's make sure that we are in using the right dimensions. Okay. Then next is we have to exit on the sketch. Okay. The next is select plane 1 and create the second sketch using the center rectangle again. Be sure to start in the origin and make the rectangle corner coincident to the previous sketch diagonal. Then once you have that, we have to dimension it to 2.5 and sketch relay to zero point 0.5. Okay. So normally you have to select plane 1. If you know the where is the location of the plane, normal 2. Then sketch to plane 1 because that's the first plane. Then rectangle. Then coincident in the line. Smart dimension first before you do play. 2.5. Then you do the shortcut play. And you have your second sketch. So make sure you are in the correct plane. Alright, so that's your second sketch. Now exit the sketch and sketch plane 2. Make sure you're normal 2. And what should be the next is just to we have to copy what have you done on sketch 1 on the fly. So then after that, so we just make it copy, convert entities, copy, select the profile, then that's it. You have your third sketch. So then next is this plane. Sketch, plane 3, normal 2. Then what we will do is just to create a circle that is tangent to the sketch 3 sketch. Okay, so let's create a circle, and then tangent. Okay, there you go. You have your four sketches. One, two, three, four. Okay, so what's next is, since we have the four sketches, we will now go to the loft command, loft boss or base. So selecting the sketch 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to make it in sequence. So to be careful, so we have to follow the correct selection of sketch. So we have to select. So this is the loft command. So we have the profiles, the start and end constraints, the guide curves. So that's the essential things we have to do when we are doing loft. As you can see, I'm selecting now profile. So I have now a 3D model. Next is you have to select normal to profile at start and end constraint and apply 0 and 1. Okay, so normal to profile. So normally it is 0 and 1. Then normal to profile again, 0 and 1. So what's the 0 is the degree and the reverse tangent direction. If I alter that, so usually the angle have changed, the profile and the subject have changed, and if you will alter that, you can see there's a reaction or a changes in the model. Okay, so I have to make it 1 again. Then I'll just make it 0. Okay, then next is, if you don't have a guide profile or a guide curve, just leave it blank. As you can see as projected here, this is on the side of the sketch. So if you don't have that, just leave it. Okay, then we have to create a fillet underneath, which is 0.25 radius fillet. Fillet 0.25. Okay, so you have the bottle. Then finish the part using shell tool. Tap face to remove it by make the wall thickness to 0.125. So we'll make a shell. Then project this one. Okay. Then you have the bottle. So as you can see, it seems like I don't have the same profile as the bottle. So it's because I wonder why. It's because of the changes that I made on my model, because of the examples that I did on the loft. So yes, since we have already shelled it out, so I will just make it obvious for you that we have already shelled out the bottle inside. Then once you have the profile, save it to a bottle. Battle of. Okay, so let's go back again. So what if we have to change it? I did not make another, so we have to remove the loft, delete, sample. I will have to make a loft again since I did some changes, so the profile might have changed. Okay, so definitely this is the same. Perfect. And you notice if you are selecting the different edges, you will have a different contour. So that's one thing that you should learn in using a loft. So when you select a loft, so you have to be careful on what selecting for the edges. So it's very important for you to be more keen on how is the object made. So as you can see, there's a guide curve here. So you can see that it will create a different profile on the material. Okay. Oh, now found my error. I did not follow the sketch here. So you just have to delete this. I follow a different profile. So this is part of the learning. So I have to change sketch 3, edit sketch. So this is very easy. Delete this one. Then convert, convert, then copy this one. Okay. Then once you edit that, then I think we have the loft now. So now we have the very good shape of the bottle. Okay, so this is more realistic to the model. So we don't have the, then we have to make it shell. So just project the top. Then you have the profile of the bottle. There you go. So as you can see, we have shown what the errors can, what are the errors that you could done using the loft. Then save it and put the material. Thank you.